This is American Eric Martinson. He considers himself a bit of an amateur military historian and devotes his spare time to field research. Eric is travelling to my home country of Scotland to follow in the footsteps of the legendary Bonnie Prince Charlie, leader of the ill-fated Highland Rebellion of 1745. Charles was part of a crumbling dynasty, a member of the exiled Stuart royal family, which had ruled Scotland and eventually England for nearly 400 years. Charles began his attempt on the British crown in the spring of 1744. He travelled to France, inspired by rumours that his uncle, King Louis XV of France, was planning to invade Britain. But Louis's plans fell apart. Charles, however, continued on to Scotland, accompanied by just 7 men.
So the prince came ashore here that morning, expecting to see at least part of his promised army assembled. Instead, he was greeted only by 2 shepherds. A reception fit for a king? Not exactly.
Against all odds, Charles raised a fierce Highland army, which went on to fight 3 major battles and advance to within just 100 miles of London and the British crown.
Now we've got an appointment with Brian Gibson, who will give us a tour of Stirling Castle.
So you can see from up here just how the castle commands over the countryside. People of the town were so afraid that if Bonnie Prince Charlie put his guns down here, which is the obvious place to attack the castle from, the firepower of the castle firing back would have destroyed the church and the whole of the top of town.
I think we'd all like to learn a bit about the history of the places we travel to, but there are many distractions.
How come it's not doing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or something?
Because you're not blowing hard enough.
I gotta probably drop trow to get the socks on.
Don't need to, okay.
No, should I or
whatever. You know, it's a comfortable piece of clothing to kill. Liberating.
So it's my job to keep this journey focused and provide some historical accuracy for the events that happened in my country so long ago.
The facts and figures of history tell us that Bonnie Prince Charlie started a rebellion in the Scottish Highlands to restore his family to the British throne. But what we've seen of Charles' behavior as a leader, coupled with the details of his rich and privileged upbringing in Rome, suggest a parallel agenda. That the young prince was as hungry for adventure and partying as he was for power and a crown. Character flaws such as his terrible temper and poor communication skills became his inevitable downfall. It leaves us with many questions about what kind of leader Bonnie Prince Charlie would have been had he succeeded in his goal to take back the British throne. Questions that will never be answered. Thanks for joining us on Battles and Spirits.